Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. We got a little news on the recruiting trail. I know week one just finished up, but for the real college football knowers, the recruiting trail, the recruiting process, it never really sleeps. And Texas A&M lands another big-time recruit in Bravion Rogers. We're going to get into what this class is starting to look like. We're going to get into what this player can do for the Aggies. But before that, again, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the support you guys have shown the channel, especially the Aggie fans. We actually have our game preview of App State, Texas A&M coming up tonight, so stay tuned for that. And if you guys do like the content, you like talking college football, consider subscribing to the channel. We really do appreciate it. We love talking ball with you guys in the comment section, trying to find the winners, trying to just fans talking college football. We really do appreciate it. Let's get into Bravion Rogers. I just finished up watching some of his film, some of his highlights. I want to get into him. Before that, though, 5'10", 185 pounds. He's a top 10 player from the state of Texas, top 60 nationally on most of the recruiting boards. This guy's just a freak athlete. I wouldn't necessarily call him a cornerback yet. He pretty much played every single position you could play at high school, but he's a guy that once he focuses and gets in that DB room at Texas A&M, the physical tools that this guy has, freakishly good. Now, I want to highlight that because you can tell he doesn't really focus on one position when he's playing cornerback. We'll watch some of his highlights, and not necessarily the cleanest technique you'll ever see, but what's the most important, the most important trait you can have? Yes, it helps to be technically solid as a DB, but the most important trait is just athleticism, playmaking ability, and this guy has it. He's going to learn how to play the position. That's normally what you do when you get to college, but right now, what jumps off the film and the highlights of this kid is just the ability to make plays, go up and make plays on the football. Very twitched up. He has long speed. He's a track star as well. I want to pull up his highlights real quick and just kind of show you guys what I mean. It's going to take a couple plays to notice how special this dude is. The first two plays, special teams, and you see how fluid he is and what a playmaker he is. We're going to fire this up, hopefully. We'll put it on full screen here. You're seeing a kick return right here. What I wanted to focus on is just how smooth of a mover he is. Like, that's just kind of the stuff you can't really teach. The length, the fluidity of how he moves, and then the straight up burners, just absolute running around people, and then burners, and then he's just going to jump over the kicker. He's a freak. Here he is coming off the edge, getting a pump block, and this is kind of what I mean by that playmaking ability. He just finds a way to make plays, recovers it, takes it to the house. Nobody's catching him. Very, very good long speed, long stride. You really like to see that. The next two plays you're going to see, him as cornerback, what he's probably going to play at Texas A&M. This one you love to see. It is so important. Think of Antonio Johnson for Texas A&M. I'm not necessarily saying he's Antonio Johnson, but the ability to play in the box with how aggressive Texas A&M likes to be on defense and just go behind the line of scrimmage and make a tackle for a loss. That's the type of stuff, the toughness, being able to tackle in space, important. And then here you go. Pretty much lets the wide receiver run by him here, just knowing I'm faster than you, I will catch up to you. And then he comes off his man to make a play on the football. That's the kind of instincts you want to see. Again, the technique, probably not there yet, but he's going to learn that. And then here you go. This is what I really like. The body control, the ability to go up and make a play on the football. That's rare. That's what's most important. Yeah, obviously, you probably have to clean up the technique. I'm no expert on defensive back play and defensive back technique. What I can tell you, though, is this guy has the traits to be a very good defensive back for Texas A&M. When you think about how they want to play defense and how well they've recruited up front, you can put this guy in an island. He's probably going to mirror receivers pretty well and make plays on the football. Now, pulling up Texas A&M's recruiting class, again, still down there, only 10 commits. You'll probably expect a little dip in the class just because of how many scholarships they gave out in that 2022 class. That was historically the best Texas A&M, not even best Texas A&M, historically one of the best recruiting classes we've ever seen. So you're seeing a little less commits early, but notice what the blue star, the 5-star, the blue chip ratio is for these guys. I mean, most of the recruits are top 100 dudes. You have what? 5 guys in the top 100 already. Again, they're still at 48 because they haven't really given out. Most teams that you see in the top 25 and the top 10 have 20 commits. They only have 10. If they fill out this class to get around 18, 19, 20 commits, which would probably be where it would be just because they gave out so many scholarships and so many slots last class, this class is still going to be good. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to go play in College Station. If you go to Texas, you play a high school Texas football, you want to go play for the Aggies. You got to be really excited about what Jimbo Fisher's doing from a talent standpoint. I get you haven't really connected with kind of a historic season, but the reason we always talk Texas A&M football is because they have the ability, one of the few teams that has the ability to beat an Alabama, to beat a Georgia. You can't say that about many teams just because the talent isn't there. For Texas A&M, the talent is there. If Haynes King hits, you get some good wide receiver play from some of your young studs. Texas A&M is going to be good. And if you're an Aggie fan, the future is just so bright with what Jimbo Fisher is doing on the recruiting class. You let some of these kids from the 2021, 2022 class develop. It's going to be really special. So wanted to keep it short for you guys, talk a little bit about another big-time commit for the Aggies. Again, we appreciate you guys checking us out. If you do like the content, again, consider subscribing to the channel. We really do appreciate it. And we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.